Our life of faith is all about the impossible. The truth of the matter is that God expects you to do the impossible, but not on your own. Let's talk about it. Hi, this is Charlie Elgin. Welcome to a place where faith is waiting. I want to challenge you in the next few minutes to consider how you're living out your faith and your new life in Christ. Those who heard this asked, "Who then can be saved?" Jesus replied, "What is impossible with man is possible with God." Luke 18:26-27. Jesus had just spoken to a wealthy young man who thought that doing the right things was what was necessary to be right before God. As human beings whose roots are firmly planted in the garden and the sin of Adam, there is nothing we can do apart from Jesus to be right with God. Once we're born again, God will ask us to do the impossible for His glory. Oh, that strikes fear in the hearts of most Christians. For the rest, it at least gives them opportunity to doubt. Like when Peter walked on the water and then began to sink. Then Peter got out of the boat, walked on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. "You of little faith," he said, "why did you doubt?" Matthew chapter 14, 29-31. By the way, notice that Jesus and Peter then walked back to the boat on the water. Human ability is not in question. You can't do what God asks without faith and His mighty power. That's why Proverbs 3 says, "Trust God and not yourself." That takes faith. Do you remember when Jesus told the disciples to feed the people? Jesus called His disciples to Him and said, "I have compassion for these people. They have already been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. I do not want to send them away hungry, or they may collapse on the way." His disciple answered, "Where could we get enough bread in this remote place to feed such a crowd?" Matthew chapter 15. Jesus was asking the disciples to do what was humanly impossible. Imagine putting one chicken leg on the table with your family gathered around to eat. Impossible for men. In the same way, every day we are faced with doing the impossible. Going beyond ourselves to do what only God can do through us by faith. And as soon as we take our eyes off of Jesus and depend upon our own puny abilities, we begin to sink. We wonder, how can I possibly do this? There are so many obstacles in the way. The Bible is replete with stories of the impossible. But I suspect that most, if not all of us, think that those stories were for another time and place. They certainly don't apply to our lives. The thing is, it's the same God, the same world, just different people. So, what has He asked you to do that you have rejected as being impossible? Perhaps you need to rethink that decision, or more correctly, refaith it. Trust God. Walk by faith and not by sight. Nothing is impossible with God. Never has been and never will be. Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. To do what I'm suggesting, you need to be strong in your faith. Courage is action in spite of your understanding of what the natural consequences could be. So what are you waiting for? Think about it. Pray about it. Believe it. Walk in it. Let your light shine and give God the glory. By faith alone, by His grace alone, and for His glory alone. This is Charlie Elshin. I hope you will join me the next time when we meet in the place where faith is waiting.